I'm here with Nayumi, Yui Nayumi,
Hello.
and we're here to do Final Fantasy V video.
Because it's the only thing that you make.
There's only two videos that I make, and that's Pokemon and Final Fantasy V.
Nothing else exists.
So this was actually your idea, where you were... So the idea is that I'm gonna show Nayumi the sprites of the jobs, and then she's gonna, guess what they do, and then I'll give her a vague overview of what they actually do, and then she will she'll, rank them in a little tier list from best jobs to terrible jobs, and we'll just see how this goes. Because I have no idea how this is gonna go. So yeah, you are currently looking on my screen.
Yeah, I looked at all the porn. Very nice collection.
Yeah, I was looking up Guilty Gear porn earlier, and she got to see all that.
I even heard
it. Yeah, that's exactly what that was.
For context, my only Final Fantasy experience is playing Final Fantasy XIV online as a pugilist. I always forget how it's pronounced. And I don't even understand how it goes. I'm literally being guided by people that are taking my hand through the game. And I played Final Fantasy X until I reached the scene of the dude being like, ha 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 ha, and then I stopped playing because it was super boring.
Because it was the best part of the game and it was all downhill from there.
Yeah, and then I played 9 and I forgot everything about 9 except that I really enjoyed the experience.
People do like 9 a lot.
Yeah, but I was so small that I don't remember anything except the Moogles.
Moogles.
The little things with a gigantic ass red sphere that they are just floating around.
Final Fantasy V has had a very, interesting place in America because we didn't get the original SNES version. We did get the PS1 port. That was the first, time we got it. And the port was, fine. It was perfectly functional. But the sound effects were really low quality. The music was kind of jank. The translation was just straight up bad. And the loading times were really, really long. And actually makes the game take, 30% longer, probably. Eventually, we did get the GBA version. Okay, so if you compare the fan translation of the Super Nintendo version by RPGE, and that was one of the first fan translations ever. It was a really good way to play Final Fantasy V, but the translation of the story is extremely dry.
What do you mean by dry?
It doesn't have very much going on. The story of 5 by itself isn't that amazing. It mostly shines in character moments and stuff, dialogue between the party members. But the overarching plot is, not super interesting, and how it's told is, pretty dry. So the GBA version keeps the general idea, but also punches up some of the characters' dialogue, so it's way more fun to read. But it doesn't, change character personalities or anything. Except for Guido, I guess, but he's, a character that shows up for a cumulative 10 minutes, so it's not really that big a deal.
Amazing.
It's in the original, he's a turtle. Guido's a turtle. And in the original game, he's just the wise old man trope who he's the guide for the protagonist. But in the GBA translation, they turned him into kind of a sarcastic asshole. But the funny thing about it is that nobody really reacts to him being that way. So he's the only character that's quote-unquote rewritten. Anyway, I got way off topic there, sorry. The point is that we have a lot of ways to play Final Fantasy V now. But back then, it was much, much harder.
Coming soon into my channel.
Eventually. After we beat Earthbound, which would be never. So yeah, going to the jobs, we'll start with the Freelancer. What do you think the Freelancer does?
Okay, to be honest, I got spoiled only this first slide, and I think another one, but I don't remember it, so I won't count it as a spoiler to myself. But the word freelancer just, in my mind, is just artists, or I don't know, streamers, people that do videos.
A lot of these job titles have been translated in different ways across the different ports, so I could give you alternate names for them if you want.
Do you have the Japanese name?
I found it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna screenshot it and paste it in the Discord.
Okay, thanks. Spin. Spin basically means without anything. That's a word that, for example, people nowadays use this word for, let's say, me without makeup. So it's basically without anything. This just our bros are vibing around. My opinion is that This is probably the worst class and the one that you start as. And I'm guessing that the pink-haired person is a girl. It kind of looks like an e-girl.
Poor Lena.
And the dude with beard, like in the middle, probably the sugar daddy of the e-girl.
Whoa.
And the brown-haired dude with blue eyes is probably an e-boy.
You know, it's interesting that you say that with because the original artist of the Final Fantasy series for the first several games, not Tetsuya Nomura, it's Amano, I think. What is he? The art that Amano does for Final Fantasy is quite distinctive and not really representative of how the games actually look. I think these are the characters of 5, how it was originally drawn by Amano.
They don't look at all. They look like more something out of Bravely Default rather than something like this.
Yeah. In Dissidia, the characters actually got designs closer to their Amano artwork. Same thing with Theatrhythm. But yeah, these little pixel guys are not very representative of that.
Oh yeah, the tier. I'll put it in F tier.
Okay, so now you want me to tell you what they do?
Yeah.
So you're right in that they're the starting job and they are the worst, but they have a hidden mechanic where when you master other jobs, the freelancer inherits the stats and abilities of the mastered jobs.
Oh, that's kinda neat.
So at the end of the game, when you've mastered a lot of jobs, they actually become the best job in the game. But your assumption of they're the starting job and the worst is accurate, I'd say.
I'm so good at this.
Next up is the knight.
Ooh. Usually knights in sprite work, they're always blue. And I saw the first the purple hair dude do it in blue and I was like, yeah, that's a knight. And then I noticed that everyone has a different color except the other 2 dudes that have red because I don't know, they probably didn't have much ink and they were like, oh whatever. We just use the same outfit. They won't notice. But how they are called? They're like swords, but they're not really swords. Something like that. They must use that or spears. Besides being able to use a different weapon, I don't see anything that they could do. Besides the girl wearing pink, she's based because wearing pink is always based.
Yeah, her knight armor is excessively pink.
Also, it's funny because everyone is just looking at the side, being super serious, and then she's like, yippee!
She looks at a 3/4 angle instead of everyone looking directly to the side.
Everyone is so serious about the adventure, and then she's just like, let's go!
She definitely has a Nayu Yippee face.
Yeah. I think I would probably classify this, with my very small knowledge of knights, as probably a C tier class.
The knight is probably the most straightforward job in the game. They actually have their own unique... they can use swords and shields, but they can also use their own special kind of knight sword, which are just even stronger versions of swords.
Hey, I was right!
Yeah, they pretty much they hit things hard and they have high defense and HP. That's pretty much all they do. I like using them, but they're with all the wacky jobs that we're going to be getting into later, they definitely fall short on the interesting scale.
Yeah, I mean, you said it, it's straightforward.
Monk?
Monk. Why they had 2 pals, like the girls?
I don't know. When me and Jam made the video about the jobs, Jam made the remark that Monk Lena, the pink-haired girl, looks like Alpha Chun-Li.
Yeah. And then they're called Qipaos, the kind of dress that they're wearing. That's a traditional Chinese dress. So it's kind of Then we have the boys just wearing some sort of the dude with brown hair kind of looks like Aladdin from Disney.
Oh. Yeah, he does kind of.
And they I know that they're okay, so the dudes are kind of with their fists close to their body, in that sort of Zen type of pose. Meanwhile, the girls are just nailing any kind of pose. But it kind of, from this angle, it kind of looks like the dude with beard is about to fuck up the other dudes.
He's ready to go.
He's ready to destroy them.
I like his pink belt.
I also like the pink belt. Also, the dude with beard doesn't have any kind of anything that covers his pectorals besides his beard. I guess his beard is massive, like that CC Top, like that band that have like very long ass beards, kind of like that.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
And then the other dude, the brown hair dude, has like a little thingy like Aladdin. But then the other dude just is on his jammies, just vibing. I'm guessing that they attack with their fists, right? Like without any kind of weapon?
Yes, you're correct.
I'm so good. To be honest, the only kind of reference that I have of monks is from World of Warcraft. And the other reference that I have is from Bravely Default, that I saw them and I didn't understand how they worked, so I never touched them.
You kind of play as, you play as the pugilist in 14, like you said. That's close.
But I use like some sort of like thing that goes on my knuckles. It's not like, bare fist, I'm going to fuck you up. I guess it's because they're kind of hard to use. I'm putting them on B tier. But just by designs alone, so far, this is the best one. If my brain wasn't small and I knew how to use this kind of classes, I would put it on A tier.
Yeah, you pretty much got it. The monk just punches stuff really hard. They have the highest strength and HP in the game. They also get a couple of extra abilities, like they have a move where they can attack the entire enemy party at once. They have a kind of weak healing move, Chakra, that also gets rid of poison.
Neat.
They just have random stuff like that, but yeah, you pretty much got it.
I'm so good.
Yup. The background of these pictures that I'm showing you is indicative of when you get them in the game. So not counting Freelancer, you get the first 6 jobs at once. And all 6 of the starting jobs are pretty basic, like Final Fantasy 1 kind of jobs, except for the last one, but we'll get to that.
Final Fantasy 1? It's not just named Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy I. Anyway, Thief.
Okay, I love that the dude with the beard has the handkerchief, the thing is tied below his nose. Just so the beard pokes up. Amazing design choice. Also, the brown hair dude is just Link. Meld Link. It's just copy-paste.
Before we started talking about the Thief explicitly, I remember that in the Jobs video, Jam was like, I fucking hate Thief Link. It's like Comic-Con cosplay Link.
Yeah. It's I don't have enough money for the cosplay, so I cannot buy the wig. Oh well. Also, the blue-eyed girl kind of looks like Zelda from Breath of the Wild / Tears of the Kingdom.
A little bit, yeah. Do you want me to give you these characters as names? I can write them on this.
Nah, it's funnier if I don't know their name.
Okay, that's fine.
Comparing that everyone is kind of like Zelda-ish designs, the bottom 2 look kind of out of place because the pink girl is it looks like a mom, like a housewife type of attire, with the apron, to put your hair into a bun so it doesn't get in the way type of thing. And the purple-haired bro just looks also like a house husband. That there's husbands that stay at home, basically that.
That one is just completely not like the rest. It's not even remotely green.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I'm guessing these dudes take daggers or short knives as primary weapon, and I'm guessing that once they attack, they also have the chance to steal whatever shit the enemies are holding. And that's basically about it, because usually thieves are not very detailed in games.
Well, you're right about the daggers. The dagger thing, their primary weapon is daggers. Their innate ability is just to steal, they don't attack and steal at the same time, but they do get an ability that is that when they master the job, I think. It's either the last or second to last ability they get is Mug, which is steal and attack at the same time. I call them the game's only utility non-combat job, because they let you run really fast in the overworld. You can't get surprise attacked. They have a command that just lets you escape from battle immediately without having to wait. So they do a lot of random stuff. It feels like they just kind of had a bunch of ideas for abilities and then just stuffed them all on the thief because they didn't want it to be they have daggers and they steal things and that's it.
Well, that's still about it.
Yeah, kind of. In terms of the battle, yeah, that's all it is, really.
Then this little guy's going C tier. Sorry, not sorry.
I think that's appropriate.
If it weren't for the loot, I would put them on F tier.
Poor thieves.
Melflinks.
Alright, before we talk about White Mage, I just want to point out this one, the top left girl.
E-girl ass material.
Everybody loves Krill's seer white mage outfit, because this is like the cat ear hood is from Final Fantasy 3, I think. So they just gave her that outfit. But that's the white mage.
Funny because everyone is just comfy, and then the pink haired girl is on heels, on high heels,
Yeah.
healing everybody, and red stiletto ass heels. Okay, so I know this is how you position the sprites, but like the purple hair dude, it kind of looks like he's about to sniff the other dude's ass, or like, type of thing.
Smells like white mage.
Smells like white mage. I think white mages would smell like white chocolate.
Yeah, I could see that.
Also, like the bearded dude looks like Jesus. I mean, technically he would be Jesus because white mages, if he's a white mage, he would be able to heal and stuff. And I'm guessing that they can use staffs and they just heal. That's about it. And if they can get an attack, it's going to be or a light attack or a thunder attack.
You pretty much got it. Yeah, they heal. The white mage always heals, and their single damaging attack is holy at the end of the game.
I bet they also don't have much HP, so they are very brittle.
Yep, they don't have very much HP, and you were also right about the staff thing. They use staffs to attack. Staves.
Neat.
They also get a bunch of support magic like Protect to reduce physical damage taken, Shell to reduce magical damage taken. They have like
Revive.
Reflect. Yeah, Revive, Reflect, stuff like that.
That ain't Emanate here because that's a staple in every game. You always need a white mage in your party or somebody that heals.
Yes, exactly. Every single RPG ever, you always need the white mage. You're 100% right about that.
They'll die in a battle. You don't know which battle, but they will die.
They'll die eventually.
Yeah, and like in the battle, and then you're going to be like, oh no, oh no, oh no, and then you win the battle, and that's the only party member that's dead, and then you're like, oh,
Yeah, exactly. I will say, because I'm not going to talk about like specifics in weapon types very much, but the white mage is actually more frail than most frail jobs because they're actually one of the only jobs that can't use knives, and there's a knife that basically acts as a shield. So even if you wanted to give them like a shield knife, you couldn't give them that.
Rest in peace. Oh my god, they're all BBs.
Yes, Vivi is based on the original Final Fantasy Black Mage.
Why the purple hair dude has an olive on his head? It's a fucking olive.
They're supposed to be like crescent moons, I think.
No, because then the girls, like one has a moon, the other has a star. Yeah, the dude doesn't have anything, like Jesus ass dude. Okay, then the other dude has a moon fair, and this dude just has an olive. This is stuffed olive.
And it also has the black outline on the bottom of it, unlike the other.
That does not help.
That's very weird. I never noticed that before.
Neat. You have played this game so much and you didn't notice the most important detail, the olive on his head.
There's actually a mod that, I think for the SNES or GBA, that actually fixes a lot of random sprite errors. I don't think this counts as an error, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did get changed in that mod.
Intentional olive. The developers or like the sprite dude was just really into olives. Which is
into
unbased.
Olives. Yeah, fuck olives, first of all.
Yeah. Second of all, why, like, okay, the girls have like some sort of like long ass dress. Then the boys have like the weird ass pants, but then the purple hair dude just has a dress. Inconsistent.
The purple hair one kind of alternates between the male and female versions of the outfits.
Also, like the two dudes, if you notice, like their shoes, they're rendered differently. Like Jesus dude is not as detailed as the other dude.
Yeah, you're right. Like the one on the right, it's like a gradient, but in the middle is just like one color and then one pixel of darker color.
Yeah, that's not neat. You should be consistent. People notice these things, especially if they have the yippee, like both of us.
Jam, in one of our videos we were talking about this game, actually said that there were like 2 sprite artists that just did the sprites for like a year straight. So
wow.
I wouldn't be surprised if they were losing their minds by the end of it.
Fair enough. Either ways, I'm guessing, again, some sort of staff. They always start with, for some reason, with like a fire spell. That at first, when you first use it, you are like, holy fuck, this is broken. And then as you progress in the game, you notice that it's not that broken at all. and it was just like something to fool you, and then you're like, oh, whatever. And then they get probably like electric. I don't know if dark magic. Like in Fire Emblem, sometimes, like in the last Fire Emblems, you can get like fire, thunder, and then sometimes you can get like dark ass magic. And they have like weird letters to name them, and then you're like, what the fuck is this? I don't know, but it's broken, so I use it.
Yeah, in Fire Emblem 7, the Lyn and Eliwood one, there is one dark magic user in the entire game.
Unbased. We love black mages. And they're usually broken, so I'm putting them on S tier.
Yeah, you pretty much got it again. They use rods instead of staves, but it's the same idea. You know, it's a magic user weapon. But yeah, they hit things really hard with magic spells, fire, blizzard, thunder. And they are actually good for the entire game up until like the final boss. But aside from that, yeah, they're really good at doing the one thing that they do.
Here we support the black mages. Don't let AI take black mages' work.
Black Mage has one of the best character designs in Final Fantasy history.
Olive ass dudes.
Okay, and the final job of the first crystal, the Blue Mage.
What the fuck is a blue mage? Water mage? Question mark? I mean, they have masks. In the Kobis, they would have been praised for the use of masks, even though it's eye mask and not actual mask. Also, they all have very neat capes, except the purple dude that again. The interior of the cape is not red like the others. What happened there? I would like to know what happened.
I never noticed. I'm glad you're here to point these things out, because I never noticed that.
When I play games, people sometimes complain that I'm too slow, but I like to look at all the details about the game so I can judge and be like, oh my god, why did this happen?
The purple hair guy is also the only one with blue shoulder pads.
Oh, you're right. But the shoulder pads are also rendered unequally. I'm guessing that they did this sprite that by the end of the game, question mark, because Jesus dude has like yellow and then red borders, but everyone has like red and yellow borders, except again purple dude. And if you look at the boots, they're also rendered very unequally. Some of them are very detailed, some of them they're just like 2 pixels and they're like, okay, we're done.
And also the thing below the head, like purple hairs is red and then everyone else's is blue.
Very inconsistent design.
This is fascinating.
Probably, I'm guessing that probably they did them like by the end of the game, or they just did a very fast sprite in the meantime to just like have them while they're developing the game, while they're focusing on other classes / other stuff. And then they forgot that they were like actually temporary and they just released it like that. Sometimes it happens, I'm not sure. I'm clueless about this class, but just design alone, because of all the inconsistencies, I'm putting it kind of in the middle, B tier.
Do you have any guess on what they would do?
The only guess that I can get just based on the name is water, and that's about it.
The Blue Mage is a job that was new to this game. It's a job that... It's a mage, obviously. It's basically... How do I succinctly explain it? So, they use enemy skills instead of like, you know, buying magic from a store. Enemies use specific moves on them, and then if you defeat the encounter, you'll learn it. So, you'll learn, like, the arrow magic, like air magic. There is a move called Aqua Breath, and that's water. The moves that it learns are so all over the place, there is no single unifying theme. It learns, like, status magic, like, halving someone's level, halving someone's defense. There's, like, a drain spell, drain of HP. There's a move called the Goblin Punch, which is just an attack that you can use from the back row, basically. It's just a class that uses monster skills.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, it also has the most notable thing about it probably is the level magic, where it's called like level 2 Old, level 3 Flare, level 4 Graviga, and level 5 Death. And the level, like if an enemy's level is divisible by the number, then they are affected by the move. So there's some math involved there.
Yeah, I don't like it. Just because there's math, I'm putting it on C tier.
Okay, I think that's where Jam put it in the tier list that we made for that video.
But she's an expert in video games, I'm not. I'm just a casual-ass buyer.
It's a weird one for sure. It's like objectively a really great job, but most people are not going to bother with it, and I can't blame them at all. Alright, now we're on the second crystal jobs, what?
We changed background.
Oh yeah. We're in the second crystal, the Red Mage. This is the last of the Final Fantasy 1 jobs. They put it in the second crystal for some reason.
Okay. I remember for some reason the Bravely Default Red Mage's outfits, and I remember using one, but I don't remember anything about them. Also, again, the boots are super differently rendered between each other. Some of them have more detail, than, especially like more noticeable in Jesus' ass dude. Like he doesn't have like Jesus dude. Also, I think they made a mistake on the purple dude because everyone has like little yellow borders, and he also has a yellow border, but by where the yellow border should be is not.
On the right side, yeah, it's just like a straight red line.
Yeah, somebody forgot to color it.
It's even shaded. Like, it's darker red on the top, so it was clearly done deliberately, but just...
And if you notice, everyone else's yellow line is not shaded.
Oh, yeah. Whoa. Also, the top left girl's red mage outfit is slightly pink.
And only on the hat.
Yeah.
Wage has hat.
The red mage is one of the best dressed jobs, for sure.
The white mage was also very pretty. Holy shit, there's so many jobs.
There's a lot.
To be honest, I don't know anything about red mages. Like, in real life, red magic is supposed to be based on somebody's blood. But I don't know how would that apply here. I did play red mage on Bravely Default. I do not remember anything except, like, the outfits that they were, like, slay.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
You'll probably remember once I tell you what they do.
Yeah, just tell me and then I'll rank it.
Okay. The red mage is an in-between of white and black mage. They can use both of those magics, but just not as much.
Damn it. I feel bad because you said it and immediately got the flashback.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it.
Either ways, S tier. Being able to use both magics, even if it's not the same, is very cool, especially when you need a bit of white magic to save you from troubles.
Yeah. For most magics, there's 6 levels. So, like, white and black mage can use up to level 6 white and black magic. Red mage can only go up to level 3, but the spells that it does get are still pretty solid.
Solid spells. It's like Solid Snake, but instead of snakes, it's just spells.
It's just a rock.
It's a rock. Amazing.
You throw rocks at people. Time Mage. Get ready to see Mage a lot, because there's a lot of Mage classes.
At first I was like, yeah, this is something that I would know. And this is like, what in the whole fuck they were thinking?
At least it's a word instead of a color.
Yeah. Okay, so, first of all, Purple Dude again has the most detailed outfit of them all, except on the skirt. The skirt is literally just a red thingy that just left it there. No borders, no everything. They're just like, there, done. You
No
just wear a red
shading.
skirt. Yeah, and it looks even worse with a pink girl by the side because the pink girl has a little, it's line and it has like shadow, and no, Purple Dude just got the red square. Congratulations.
I should compare the sprites to the Pixel Remaster sprites, because all of the sprites in that game, like all the characters were re-sprited to look more detailed.
Also, it's kind of cute that the Zelda-ass girl has like a bit of her mouth covered by the cape. It's kind of cute.
Yeah, she's not big enough for the outfits.
Yeah, the outfit was too big, and they didn't bother to remake it to her. Because the pink hair girl is like, oh, this outfit is oversized, and then she just, sew it a bit and cut it and stuff. She adjusted it to her body. I'm not sure what a time mage would do. Going back in time? Using chrono magic? How would you use chrono magic to attack enemies? Do you just send them to the past? If you send them to the past, that would be past people problems and it would change the future.
People have told me that this is like not mistranslated, but it's like not a direct translation. So people were telling me that it should be called like space-time mage or something.
No, because Toki is only for time. If it was a space, they would have to add another kanji to it.
Okay, gotcha.
And Madoshi is just user of magic, or sorcerer, or mage. Something that uses magic. I don't fucking know.
Okay. The Time Mage uses time magic, which mostly refers to things that impact turn order. They can use haste to make party members take more turns. They can use slow to make enemies take less turns. They have things like regen, which makes people heal over time. They have stop, which just, makes people stop.
Stop whatever you're doing.
There's quick, which makes a person take 2 turns immediately. Yeah, it's pretty much like time-related stuff.
Doesn't make much sense to me, so I'm putting it on C tier.
Summoner.
Oh my god! Meltlink! No, it doesn't look like him.
It's green, it's good enough.
Good enough, good enough. These sprites are more detailed than the other ones. What the fuck? Like, in general, they're more detailed. Also, why the fuck everyone has a horn? Are they all unicorns?
I don't know why the summoner has the unicorn horn. It's just like the red mage Pizza Hut hat or the blue mage domino mask.
It kind of looks like Equestria girls. Like when they becomes an alicorn and stuff. They're ahead of their time. Oh, you came with your cosplay?
I left to come back to get my Twilight Sparkle furry costume head.
Amazing. I'm guessing that they work kind of like in Bravely Default, that they can summon like different beasts to attack for them, or like different stuff in general to attack for them. I think that's about it. I remember in Bravely Default though that I tried to use it and I couldn't, because you would have to get the summons, like the beasts and stuff, by doing side quests or buying them sometimes. But they were hard, and that game is very long and by itself, so I was like, nah, I'm not doing this.
That's pretty much exactly how it is in this game, too. You get, like, the first few summons for free, and then all of the really, really good ones are all hidden behind side quests and stuff. So, yeah, pretty much exactly the same.
And that grants it a C tier just because of the difficulty of getting the summons.
Okay. I think one of the more notable ones is Odin, where you have to, first of all, find the way, like, into where he is, and then second, you have to beat him in 1 real-time minute.
Huh.
And, like, animations and stuff count, so you have to use stuff that doesn't take very long, or else you'll just lose based on that.
That's very lame. Did I put it on C tier?
Yeah, you said C.
Do we have D tier? No. Damn it.
You can
Okay,
make
F.
a D tier. Damn, okay. Poor summoner.
I don't care about their feelings. Berserker. Oh my god, that's so cute. Inosuke-ass people, like Demon Slayer, people that have watched it. I have to watch the other season.
I have no idea what she's talking about, so...
Okay, first off, the Zelda girl just has a very cute tiger fursuit. Very neat. But then the other girl just has like the mask, and then she's on like a bikini, like, for an OnlyFans type of thing. It's like, interesting, I guess.
It's like the girl from Chrono Trigger, the cave woman character.
You spoiled me, you little bastard.
Oh, sorry.
Playing that game on my channel.
She is playing Chrono Trigger right now, although I have no idea when this will be uploaded, so who knows if that'll still be relevant.
Then the dudes just are exactly the same. They have like a little tail and stuff. They have like a... The 2 dudes from above look like they don't have anything underneath, like no pants and stuff. The other dude looks like it has pants because his bum is covered, and then it goes to tail. But these dudes just go like front and then tail. So I would like to imagine that while they are attacking, you can see their bums and you can be like, ha, nice.
Oh no.
I don't really know what they would do. No idea. Do they transform into animals or something? I'm going to guess that they transform into animals. Now, do your job.
Okay. Okay, the Berserker does one thing, literally one thing, and they attack.
That's about it.
They are permanently under the Berserk status effect, so they get a big damage buff, but they attack completely randomly. They don't attack your allies, obviously, but they'll attack enemies completely randomly. Whether they're in the front row, whether they're in the back row, whether they're invincible, it literally doesn't matter. They just attack completely randomly.
Just for that F.
That's... I think that is the best tier placement so far. They can do a lot of damage under the right circumstances.
Yeah, but if you cannot control them, then what's the point? Maybe bringing them into like a boss fight. But what if you need to stop and use a potion or something?
Exactly. See, you haven't even... You motherfuckers out there, I'm calling you out in the comments section. You motherfuckers that are trying to tell me that 4 Berserkers is not the worst party. I want to kick your ass. Alright, I'm sorry.
I literally haven't played this game and I can distinguish is the worst.
Mystic Knight or Spellblade.
Cultural appropriation on the blonde girl.
A little bit, yes. The designs of this job are a bit suspect. We can definitely say that.
A product of their time, I guess. You would say.
I like how the outfits look, but yeah, maybe they are a bit
sick.
insensitive.
I mean, the only one that I see as insensitive is a blonde girl, and it's such an easy fix. You just literally cover that single dot. It's not like you have to redo the whole sprite. It's literally boop, done.
Yeah. They might actually, this is the one I actually am going to go to see the sprite for.
So, I'm guessing that what they do is that they attack with swords, but you can infuse like the swords with magic, usually like fire magic or electro magic, I'm guessing, and then do more damage than normal sword users. That's about it. And I'm basing this all into like something similar that was in Bravely Default, I think. I'm not sure.
No, you got it exactly. That is exactly correct. They use a magic spell, infuse their sword with it, and then they will permanently have that magic effect on their weapon until the battle ends. They keep it even if they die, which is kind of insane.
Neat. The magic never dies. Okay, just because of the designs, B tier. If the designs were a bit better, I would put them on A tier.
This is not to like influence your tier ranking, but this job is my personal favorite in the game.
Oh, what a shame that it's not A tier. Also, before you change, I just noticed the pink hair girl. She just has a little stripe covering her nipples. What the fuck?
Whoa, you're right.
Bro, cover a bit more. You're fighting. That cannot be comfortable.
Yeah, it could fall off at any time.
And then the three dudes at the party being like, huh?
Yeah, they're looking away respectfully.
Looking away to her boobs respectfully.
Also, she does still have this dot on her head in a Pixel Remaster, so that's surprising. Mime.
Wait, where's the beer dude? Does he die?
He doesn't. No, he's just not here for it.
He's not a mime.
There's some story weirdness that happens with the jobs in this game, but yeah, don't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Sprites? Neat. That's about it. Mime? I'm guessing but you already had a job that copy abilities. I'm guessing that they copy just whatever the enemy does, and that's about it.
In place of having an attack command, it's replaced with Mimic, which mimics the last thing that a party member did. And it does it for free, so it's like if you cast, a super strong fire spell that costs like 30 MP, they'll do it too, but it won't cost any MP.
Oh, that's kinda neat.
It is, but it also has a negative effect. The previous character has to do something, because if you, for example, select Defend, then the Mime mimics that, they'll just defend as well. You can really easily fuck up your mimic chain if you're not careful.
If you are just playing mindlessly, and then you mimic something bad, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, it's a high skill ceiling job. I don't really use it for mimicking very much, but it's really cool when it works.
Just because of the skill needed to do the job, B.
I will say that the Mime outfits are very similar to the Freelancer ones. It's like they get a cape.
They just don't want you to know that they're freelancers. In actuality, they're freelancers that they don't know what to do with their lives. That they just imitate whatever the rest are doing.
Bard.
What does the word bard mean?
Let me bring up the
dictionary.
Not the dictionary. Apparently the literal name is minstrel, which is interesting.
Minstrel? What's a minstrel? I think I'm even more confused.
That actually has made it worse.
Yeah.
Their signature weapon is harps, if that helps you at all.
Or a repository and professional storyteller. Okay. Somebody that sings, I guess. They don't seem to have any kind of weapons. The girlies are also not in high heels, but then the purple dude is on high heels for some reason. Then brown dude is also Link again.
Gotta bring back the green.
And then the Jesus looking guy is, "It's dangerous to go alone, take this." I don't have any idea, besides doing something like the dancer in Fire Emblem. That's like my only guess.
I think that's like the closest parallel. They have songs that they play that are either ally party-wide or enemy party-wide. They can play one to like give everyone regen. They can play one to confuse the entire enemy party. They can play one to raise the entire party's strength slowly over time, stuff like that.
But they cannot attack, right?
For the most part, no. They're not meant to attack things.
C tier then. Do they attack? No, C tier.
Poor White Mage. The alternate names of this job are the Hunter and the Archer.
And the Japanese name is...
Karyudo.
That does not help.
Alright, let me screenshot it.
Karyudo, okay, it's just... Okay. Wait, they use bows? If they use bows, they are bullshit. F tier immediately.
If they use bows, they're bullshit.
Yeah, like, archers in Fire Emblem, they're so bad. I cannot ever use them. And if you say
Everybody
that they're good...
says that, but I don't buy that shit.
Oh, I don't have a sugar daddy.
Shut up.
Hello.
Archers.
If they use bows, immediately F tier. Besides that, I don't have anything else to say, I think. Besides that, Jesus dude got the ugly treatment with his boots.
Yeah, they're not great.
Oh my god. Okay, just notice. Purple dude, they outline his dick.
I don't think that's what that is. But
What is it then?
I think they just accidentally put it in extra black pixel, maybe.
Yeah, accidentally. Yeah,
Or
sure.
maybe it's like, maybe they are like pants, but you can't see his other leg.
Or maybe their pants are very tight.
Or that, yeah, I don't know. Either way, I'm just trust me, I'm pretty sure that's not what that's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, the ranger is a bow and arrow class.
F.
Its innate thing is aim, which is a guaranteed hit because accuracy shenanigans in this game can be pretty annoying. The bows in this game are actually pretty like gimmicky. There's elemental bows. There's a bow that can one-shot kill people. There's a bow that can blind people. Stuff like that.
Minus F.
Just the more I talk about it, the worse it gets.
Exactly. I'm anti-bow.
Nayumi does not want to talk about bows, so we'll move on.
Oh!
This is probably the most varied looking
Wait, what?
outfit.
Why did Jesus do this as samurai? Samurais are not ninjas.
It's funny you say that, but yeah, I don't know why everyone's outfit is so radically different looking.
I don't mind that they're different, but dude is a ninja, and he's dressed like a samurai. Also, a samurai with, like, Mickey Mouse-ass pants.
They are Mickey Mouse-ass pants.
It doesn't help the color palette.
I'm never gonna unsee that, god damn it.
Derek, you should stop uploading Final Fantasy V videos.
Mickey Mouse would never tell me that.
Anyways, I'm guessing they use shurikens or like long blade swords. I think they're called. I don't know.
Katanas?
Yeah, katanas. There you go. As a fun fact, when I was smaller, I knew how to read, kinda, but I played English video games, and English is not my first language. And the word shuriken appeared, and I always read it as shikuren. So, when we were talking, I remember in school, like in 5th grade, about that. They were like, "Oh, they're shurikens," and I was like, "No, they're shikurens. You do not understand."
But it was you that didn't understand.
Exactly.
What game was it that you were playing in English that didn't...
Ninja Gaiden 4DS.
Oh, yeah. I think you'd have told me that. Well, now it's on recording. Well, yeah, you pretty much got it. Their signature command is throw, and yeah, you can throw shuriken. You can throw, like, just about anything in the game. But yeah, you can throw shurikens for big damage. They have ninja swords, there's like 3 of them in the entire game.
Only 3?
Yeah, they mostly use knives, but there is a ninja sword weapon type that are pretty good whenever they do show up. They can also hold 2 swords at once, which is a great ability.
That's kind of neat.
Have. Yeah.
Yeah, double attack. Withstandable attack.
I should have mentioned this when we were talking about Knight, but the Knight has an ability where he can like ditch holding a shield to double grip his sword and do double damage. But most people prefer holding 2 swords.
Yeah, that's better. Easier to use.
Yeah.
I guess, just because of the Mickey Mouse, B tier.
Your rankings are so ridiculously arbitrary. I'm really curious how this list is going to look at the end. The Geomancer.
What the fuck is a Geomancer?
Let's see if the Japanese name helps at all.
Also, the pink-haired girl looks like a watermelon.
Yeah, she does have watermelon pants.
Watermelon-ass girl. And then the dudes look like Santa, but in different color for some reason. And then the yellow-haired girl is just so cute all the time. I like her. She's like me for real. Well, more like me, what I wanna be. I wanna be cute.
I've always described her outfit, her Geomancer outfit, as her getting eaten by a piranha plant from Mario.
What? It looks like a hair jammies, you know, she's comfy.
The Geomancer has one of the comfiest looking outfits for sure.
Wait, do they use like magic?
Yes, it's a Geo in this case refers to like the earth, and it is a magic job. Water, earth, wind, fire, like the four main elements usually.
A tier. We stand magic users. Wait, actually, is there any demerits that you have to tell me about this?
Well, the way it works is that its signature ability, Gaia, is a random thing. It like does something random based on the environment that you're in. So like if you're out in open fields, then you'll do like a wind cutter attack. If you're in a cave, you'll like make a stalactite fall on the guy's head. If you're on a mountain, you'll cause like an avalanche of rocks to fall on the enemy.
But can you control it?
No, it's random. It like chooses one of 4 random moves to use whenever you hit Gaia.
Oh, but it's only when you use that ability, not like as a normal class thing.
Yeah, it can still like attack. Yeah, it can attack normally, but whenever you hit the Gaia command, just something happens. It's never negative towards you, but the worst thing it can do is nothing, which is annoying, but not debilitating.
Then still A tier. Very A. Probably is, but I'm not sure. Just because they look like Santa Claus.
Yeah, the Geomancer's outfit is great.
Da 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 da, they're all sheep.
Yes, this is the last one of the third crystal, the Beastmaster, aka the Mediator, aka the Trainer.
AKA the furry version 4, because for some reason in this game there's lots of furs from what I've noticed.
You are correct. And here's the Japanese.
When are you going to make furry content?
Why would that be something that I do?
You could cosplay as one of like these kinds of classes of Final Fantasy V and post it on your only Derek's.
I get only OD.
OD, only Derek's. Only Dex.
No.
Wouldn't this be similar to the Summoner? Question mark? I'm not sure.
It's not a magic job, I can tell you that.
Literally in the name in Japanese, it has a kanji for magic. I feel betrayed.
Well, I don't know what that's about then.
I don't have any idea, but my comments on the sprites. I have 2. 1, the purple dude has a little tail and that's cute, but he doesn't have like the ram or like stuff on, on his head.
Yeah, he doesn't have the horns. He has like earmuffs.
Yeah. And 2, the brown dude just has like a Yoshi egg as like the middle part of his costume for some reason.
What the fuck? Why does he just have like a gaping hole in his chest? What the hell is that?
Maybe he's coming out of a Yoshi egg. Maybe he's a son of a Yoshi. That sounds like an insult. What the fuck? Son of a Yoshi. Either way, yeah, I don't know. Tell me.
Okay, it has 2 defining characteristics. Its innate ability is the ability to capture monsters when they're at low health.
Oh my god, Pokemon!
Yeah, pretty much. You can catch just about any enemy in the entire game, and then you can release them in a future battle only once, then you have to catch a new monster. And like every single monster in the game has a different attack that it can do, which is pretty cool. Its other defining feature is control, which lets you just directly take control of a monster in the battle to like make it use its attacks on other monsters or itself.
Neat.
Like there's an enemy in the beginning of the game. It's a big robot thing. You can control it and just tell it to self-destruct to immediately win.
Amazing. Love it.
Also, its signature weapon is whips.
That sounds like a wet dream of some sort of furry.
Whips can be pretty painful, I think.
Still, there is a B tier? Yeah, B tier.
Dancer. New crystal.
Why the purple? Okay, so the purple dude is actually a dude and has boobs and has like a little strip covering the boobs. Huh? Confusion noises.
Well, you know how in Breath of the Wild, Link dresses like a girl?
Yeah.
Could be the same thing.
Why he has boobs? Also, why his shoes are backwards?
I don't know I think that's one of those like accidental extra pixels that one mod
The dick
fixed.
pixel was not accidental, excuse me. That's something you do on purpose.
Okay, well, in this case, then, that might have been an accidental. Or it's like the smallest shadow of all time.
I don't think so, because everyone else does not have shadows.
This is also another job where, like, all of the outfits are dramatically different from each other.
Yeah, they're based on different kinds of dances, I'm going to guess. I think they do the same as dancers in Fire Emblem, and that's where I'm going to leave it, because I do not have any idea. I already said it.
Kind of like Beastmaster, this job does two things.
Oh.
One, its signature ability is just called Dance. But unlike Fire Emblem, it does one of 4 random things. It either drains MP, drains HP, confuses an enemy, or does an attack that does like 4 times damage, I think.
Neat. They get confused because they see them twerking in the middle of the battle and they're like, what the fuck?
The dance animation is really funny.
See. Okay, continue.
Okay, here's the samurai.
They literally just took the Mickey Mouse ass thing and just pasted again, recolor it for the same dude. Amazing. 20 out of 10. I'm analyzing the sprites. I would say they can use katanas and it's like an improved version of the ninja. That's what I'm guessing. For some reason, like the brown haired dude is like his vests are normal. But then the purple hair and the Jesus dude, I don't know, they're trying to do like a Nico Nico Ning. You see, like they have like the fingers in like a heart.
Yeah. I see they're in the like black pixels in a different spot. The samurai is, yeah, you're right about the katanas thing. They're more like an upgraded knight than ninja, because the ninja's like really fast and attacks twice. The samurai just mostly hits really hard. Its innate ability is Gill Toss, where you literally just throw money at the enemy.
Neat.
It can use shields. It has like an innate non-shield related dodge chance. Like it can just dodge attacks thrown at it randomly. It has an ability that just has a chance of insta-killing enemies.
Oh.
All their ability names are called are like random Japanese stuff, so you might actually know what they mean.
Okay. The pink-haired girl also, I noticed her costume is also Mickey Mouse coded.
Yeah, I can see it. Okay, their first one is Mineuchi.
Send them. I'm going to get confused with it, with the way you pronounce it.
Yeah, probably.
Not being racist in here.
No, my pronunciation is quite bad, so I'll just send you the
attacks.
Yeah, and see if you can determine what they do based on the names.
Mineuchi Zeninage Shirahadori. Equip katanas. You equip the katana.
That one is you can ignore that one. That one's pretty self-explanatory.
Lainuki, Iainuki.
It's an I, capital I.
Iainuki. So you have the kanjis.
Yes.
Like that. Let's go. Mineuchi. Blunt strike. They're all in hiragana, damn it. With kanjis it would have been easy.
Oh, sorry.
Not your fault. Iainuki. Nuki is to get rid of, so I'm guessing it's to unequip something. Or to like just give off a fist like Shirahadori, no idea.
Oh, we'll go from top to bottom. So the Mineuchi, the ability description says that you hit an enemy with the weapon's blunt side to paralyze them.
What does blunt side mean?
Blunt is basically the opposite of sharp. So it's like...
okay.
Yeah, just a flat, like non-sharp thing.
Bonk.
Yeah, exactly. Like a baseball bat is blunt. Zeninage, which I always said as Zeninage for a long time because I didn't get it. That's a gill toss where you throw your money at people. Shirahadori is the one where I was saying that you can just sometimes dodge attacks. I think the idea is that like the samurai is catching the enemy's like sword strike and just not getting hit. And then Iainuki is the insta-kill enemy party.
Oh my god. Yeah, I never heard the I, but Nuki usually is used for like, it depends on the kanji, but it's like to get rid of, to get nude stuff.
Well, you're getting rid of the enemies, so I guess that fits.
Oh. It's I didn't get the EI part. Dang it.
We each had our own, like, we each had half, at least. We had to take a little bit of a break, a day-long break.
That's how much Final Fantasy V affects your psyche.
So next up, the Dragoon.
Is that any different from a dragon?
I mean, they kind of look like dragons.
Back to this. Ayan, purple dude, has a different sprite than anybody else, for some reason.
Yeah, it's blue and purple, which are kind of similar, and then bright fucking red.
He's just a leader, the center even of the group. Funny how the Zelda girl has just like a crown, I'm guessing. Looks like a crown. I'm not sure if it's a crown.
Yeah, it kind of looks crown-ish.
They forgot to fill a single pixel. Amazing. 20 out of 10.
There's just not a black dot.
Yeah, they forgot about one. It's okay. It happens. I'm guessing they can turn into dragons and attack like that. That's my guess.
So the Dragoon, their signature move is Jump, where they jump really high in the air, and then one turn later they land on the enemy and do damage.
Oh, okay. I feel like something similar in Bravely Default happened.
Probably. I think the Dragoon originated from Final Fantasy II, where they were related to dragons, but it's just kind of an antiquated thing in this game. They use spears, and they also have an attack, a very weak HP and MP drain. And that's like the two things they can do, is jump and do that.
Imagine your whole life just being able to do two things.
I mean, some of these jobs can't even do that, to be fair.
Fair enough, fair enough. Rolling, see? Because I'm not really sure.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to guess how good these guys would do just based on that.
Yeah, just based on the sprites. See. Also, I really like that the old dude. It kind of looks like a Pokemon, but like the fursuit. But I don't know which one.
He's like wearing the skin of an Arbok or something.
I wonder what Arbok means. It must mean something very meaningful.
Arbok is come backwards, dude.
Oh no.
Oh, Jesus. Not what I thought you'd say.
Sorry.
Not only am I going to keep that in the video, I'm gonna make it like 10 times louder.
That's so mean.
Alright. This is the last of the base game jobs, the Chemist.
Okay, you know the starting vegetable/fruit in Stardew Valley?
No. Sorry to say.
I just know it in Spanish, which is chirivia. It looks like they're all wearing just a random ass fruit on their heads, and I love it. The pink haired girl is just wearing a carrot, a random ass carrot.
Noticeably darker.
That milk straight from a cow's udder. Amazing. 20 out of 10. Very sweet, warm, amazing.
Non-pasteurized.
That's one of my core childhood memories. I went into a field trip to like some sort of like educational farm, and they had cows, and they taught us how to like milk the cow. And then after that, everyone just went away, and I just yoinked myself under the cow, and I started drinking straight from the udder.
What the hell? That's peculiar.
I don't regret anything. Chemist. Not even like chemistry or no, just chemist.
I posted the alternate name of it in the
okay.
or like the literal name.
It's literally okay. I'm guessing there's some sort of like white mage with asteroids.
Yeah, this is basically the alternative to the white mage, but they focus more on item healing than magic healing. Their innate thing is that like potions have double healing efficiency, and they have they can like drink potions to give themselves buffs and stuff. Their main claim is that they have access to the ability Mix, which is probably the single most powerful ability in the game, because it can basically do everything. It can heal you, it can give you buffs, it can remove debuffs, it can increase your damage output, it can do a lot of things.
Kinda neat. I'm putting it on A tier. I love healers.
Me too. So that's the last of the base game classes. The remaining 4 were jobs that were added in the Game Boy Advance port of the game.
No, the old man, he died.
He's not dead, he's just not here.
You know, if he actually dies on the base game when I play it, I'm not going to be surprised at all. I just saw it coming. I got spoiled, I guess.
The old man is the best character in the story, so it is disappointing that he's not here.
Oh, he doesn't die?
That's what I've been saying.
The yellow girl looks again like a Hollow Knight character for some reason.
Somebody told me this. All of the Gladiator costumes are apparently based on Saint Seiya.
Ah, okay.
I don't know. It's like an anime or something.
Yeah. It was super influential in Latin America, actually.
That's interesting. Yeah, I definitely would never have known that if someone didn't tell me.
I'm guessing they use spears, and that's about as much as I can guess, to be honest.
Okay. The Gladiator can use just about every melee weapon in the game, except for katanas for some reason. And their signature ability is Finisher, where it does one of three things. It either does nothing, it does an attack that does double damage, or it does an elemental attack that hits the damage cap of 9999.
9999999.
Not that many. I think you'd have to play Final Fantasy X to get that many nines, but it's still a lot of damage.
Fair. Also, the dudes have the worst posture ever. It's like they're about to fall.
Yeah, a little bit. I feel like with the top right guy, his extended shoe is like making him look like he's leaning forward more than he is.
You shouldn't lean that forward. That's not good for your body. I think that deserves an A. But the designs are kinda ugly.
Yeah, they're very busy, despite being little pixel things. They're very busily designed.
Yep, that's too much for me.
They're like VTubers. The Oracle.
That sounds occult. Again, I don't know what kind of discrimination is this about the dude. Again, yellow girl looks like Princess Zelda from like Minish Cap.
Definitely.
The males have better posture. That's neat. That's neat. I do think though that there's like a yellow pixel bleeding out of the pink-haired girl. Like on the crown.
I did notice that, yeah.
Amazing. 20 out of 10. I bet the people working on the sprites at this point in the game, they're like, please stop. With 10 classes, we were okay. Why you decided to add 20 million more? Please stop. My hand hurts.
Maybe it's like really hot where she is and it's melting. And it's like dripping yellow paint or something.
Yeah, it wasn't gold. It was just like the gold of the people that are dumb. Like the one that you can find. That is not actual gold.
It's close enough.
Close enough, close enough. Oracle sounds like magic. I'm guessing they can use like all the magic on the game. That's my guess.
Kind of. Like in a way, you're right. They have two unique abilities. One is called Condemn, where you choose one of like 8 different effects, and the effects are like from the different schools of magic. There's black magic attacking ones, there's white magic healing ones, there's like an instant death one. And then you choose an effect, and then a certain amount of time later, the effect goes off. And their other one is called Predict, where depending on your current HP and MP, they predict like natural disasters happening, and after a certain amount of time, again, just something happens that either nukes the entire battlefield, or just nukes you, or like heals the party, and there's a lot of effects.
Holy brother, it sounds broken.
It requires a lot of setup, I can say that. It's very unique.
Huh. That's interesting. Still A tier, I think. And all the designs are kinda neat. And the abilities sound nice. But also, where my Jesus?
Out of the 4 advanced jobs, I think this one has my favorite outfit, mostly because of that giant fucking thing on their head.
They look all like Princess Zelda's, but like from the mini era. The Toon era,
I appreciate that they all have a different color, and not just like three of them would be blue, and then the pink hair would be like pink or something.
No, that would be the purple hair.
Yeah, you're right. Cannoneer.
Pirates, ahoy!
Oh wait, there's actually one more. I should have put in the. Hold on, give me 1 second. They have a big ass cannon.
The cannon is the soul of the bearded dude.
They stuffed him in the cannon and won't let him out.
Exactly. I appreciate that the males have a good posture, this one.
Yeah.
Funny that the pink-haired girl has like a little bag with stuff that she stole. Oh, everyone has this bag of stuff that they stole. Though the purple dude has a different color bag.
Naturally.
Yeah, it has all the gold that he stole. Because, I don't know, he steals.
I think most people usually do make purple hair the like thief ninja character.
Is it because he's Latino?
What the hell? I don't know if I can put that in the video.
I saw it on a TikTok. Somebody being like, "Oh, you don't like me because I'm Latina." And this aesthetic has stuck into my head. Sorry.
Well, I'm not gonna answer that question.
The only complaint I have about the outfits is that all of them like look comfy except the yellow-haired one because it's like longer.
Yeah, it's like not. It doesn't fit. It doesn't look like it fits.
They bought the costumes and they were like, "Oh, this one is XXL. Sorry, but you'll have to wear it because we're not spending more money into this." I mean, the name says it. I guess they just use cannons and stuff. I don't think... I cannot think about anything else.
Their innate ability, yeah, they just shoot a cannon and it does a random status effect. And their other thing is that they have an ability kind of like the Chemist. They combine cannonball items with random items that you have in your inventory to do random stuff like inflict debuffs, do elemental damage, do more damage against certain monster types. But yeah, it revolves all around the cannon either way.
It's all about the cannon.
It's right in the name.
Exactly. I'm guessing. Since I'm guessing, I'm putting it on B tier because, you know, their outfits are kind of sick. But again, the yellow-haired Zelda girl got the ugly treatment.
And got the biggest hat for some reason.
Yeah, they got her the biggest costume in general. That's not neat.
Like you can see a single pixel of this guy's hair. You can see the brown right there. But she just doesn't have any hair at all because the hat is too goddamn big.
But the costume itself is just ginormous.
Last one. Necromancer.
You know that they're necromancers because they have skulls and they look evil. Also, why bearded dude again? He's not here.
Yeah, he doesn't have outfits for any of the advanced jobs, unfortunately.
He's just jobless in advance.
Just right off the bat, I do want to say that purple hair that looks like it has a unibrow.
True. And I thought more than a unibrow was more like devil costume.
Yeah, I saw someone compare it to Rita Repulsa from Power Rangers.
Oh yeah. Like copy paste.
I don't know if that's actually what it's based on, but I definitely see the resemblance.
Again, the purple dude that's not purple anymore has an extra pixel. The little details, little details.
In the very bottom right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
That's actually his foot is very small.
Very, very small foot.
These outfits are kinda sick. Just based on the outfits, I would put an A. And I'm guessing they can do just black magic in general, and that they can summon like demons and attack and stuff.
Yeah, that's fairly... I mean, yeah, based on the name, that would make sense. And yeah, they can do that. They can... One of their attacks lets them summon a random monster. I think it only summons undead monsters, you know, that makes sense. You remember the blue mage? I know it's been a day, but you remember the blue mage? How it was,
yeah.
Like the way you got spells was by getting hit by them?
Yeah.
Necromancer is like that, but less annoying, where if the Necromancer kills certain monsters, then it gets its special spells.
What ranking did I put the blue mage?
I don't remember because I seem to have lost the ranking from yesterday. I think you put it in like C tier, C or B.
Huh, since it's random, I'm putting it on F. I want to fill up my Fs. I'm sorry. I just feel like I put a single class because of the bow, and I feel like that's not fair. I also deserve to equally hate other classes.
I mean, if you hate Bozz that much, you know, it's a personal ranking. I don't think anybody should judge you based on that.
Oh, there will be people judging me based on that. They'll be like, "Oh my god, you must be the worst person ever."
I think my comment section is fairly reasonable people.
If you people are reasonable, then we should all agree into hating Bozz.
Another thing about the Necromancer, it's probably its worst feature. It literally is the last thing you get in the entire game. You beat the game, you go through the entire bonus dungeon, you beat every single super boss in the bonus dungeon, and then you unlock Necromancer when there's nothing left to do.
If there's nothing left to do, then what's the meaning of even having this class? What the fuck?
We have been wondering that for the past 20 years.
I really like the outfits. They're kinda sick. But the thing is that they're endgame thing. It's not as based.
Yeah, I did a run through of 5 where I unlocked with like a cheat. I just unlocked all the advanced jobs and played through the game as them. Unfortunately, most of the monsters that the Necromancer has to kill to get its special spells are in the end game, so it basically wasn't doing anything until the last like 5 hours.
I put them on A tier, right? Going back to B tier just because of that.
I thought you put Necromancer in F just to give the Rangers some company.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry. Okay, F. Just because they're okay. 1, I don't want the bow users to be lonely. You know, it can be lonely out there without anybody loving you. But 2, it's end game. You already finished the game. You don't have any reason to actually get this. If it was like earlier in the game, I guess it would be actually cooler. But how many people would get into the after end game just to get this and be like, oh, nice, and then stop playing the game?
I don't know why it is the way it is. Even though the Necromancer is objectively pretty good, honestly, I think putting it F would make sense since there's literally nothing to do with it. Oh yeah, also the Necromancer is undead inherently, so you can't heal it.
Wait, so you basically killed those people just so they can get the job? Holy.
Yeah, the only way they can heal is if you... Okay, it's like a sort of convoluted. You have to give them a piece of equipment that makes them absorb certain elements, and then you have to cast the element on them and only them, because if you party cast it, you'll nuke everyone else.
They deserve death.
Naomi, do you have any closing thoughts about how shitty this game is?
Oh, that was all the classes?
That was all of them.
Never played it, but I feel like having way too many classes is totally unnecessary. It's like, what? Why? Especially like the last one. It's like, brother, why?
I think the jobs are fairly diverse enough that they all can justify their existence. There is some redundancy, but for the most part...
The closing thought is no thoughts.
Is that just how I'm going to end the video? No thoughts?
Yeah, after all of that talk, the closing thought is no thoughts.